the hole! It's time to make some Sammies on the grill. So please, stay tuned. Oh, and if you got any ideas about moving to Florida, let me show you the thermometer over there. It's 80 frickin' degrees out here. I'm about to sweat my nuts off. So don't come here. Stay where you're at, you're better off. Okay, let's get this cook started. Okay, so for my first trick, we're going to make a classic Cuban medianoche. Medianoche means the middle of the night. So this is what a Cuban eats when he wakes up in the middle of the night looking for a snack. This is a medianoche bun. It's a beautiful egg bun, and they're wonderful. I get them at the grocery store. You may not be able to obtain them locally where you live. The first thing we're going to do is put some mayonnaise on the bottom of that. Spread that on there a little bit. Mayonnaise. A little bit on top. There you go. And then just like a regular Cuban sandwich, it's got ham on the bottom. A layer of ham. And that's just good old boar's head boiled ham. Then we've got some Swiss cheese, what my kids used to call mouse cheese. Because on the cartoons, this is what a mouse eats. And that's all they ever knew. They wouldn't eat it. They called it mouse cheese. We're not eating that, Dad. That's mouse cheese. I'm like, you don't know what you're missing. And on top of the mouse cheese, we put some roast pork. Plenty of roast pork on there. So you've got ham and pork in the same sandwich. Doesn't that look good? And then a little bit of mustard, a little bit of yellow mustard. And to top that off, pickle. And it's not at midnight without a pickle. Don't let anybody tell you different. I hope you can see that. Let me check that out. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is close that up like so. We're going to expose the griddle, which is getting hot. Let me show you that. There's the griddle. We're going to throw some butter on the griddle. If we can get the butter off of here. Get that butter hot. Everywhere but where it needs to be. Right there. Okay. Now, get back up there, you. Yeah, it's all running down in the drain. Alright, get up there. Alright, there we go. Now we'll put our Sammy on there. We'll take our patented Sammy smasher. Let me see if you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. We're going to mash that baby down. So let's scooch it back on the bread. Get both sides of it mashed down. Grilled up. Let that sit a minute. Then I'll bring you back. We're going to make a panini. Italian panini. But that's your Cuban medianoche. We're going to let that cheese melt. Let the insides get hot. Show you what that looks like when I get done. Alright. Yeah, look at that. Looking good. Alright, let's come back and make a panini. Okay? So let me get that off of there and cut it open for you. That's our medianoche, the midnight sandwich. Favorite of Cubans everywhere. Let me see if I can get the camera to work over here. And you always cut that on an angle like that. Oh boy, sliding everywhere. Okay. There you have your medianoche. How's that look? Can you see that? Yeah, medianoche. That's a good sandwich right there. Okay, let's come back and make a panini. So for our panini, which is an Italian sandwich, we have some sliced Italian bread. And we're going to drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on that bread. Not a lot. Just a drizzle. And a drizzle here. Okay. And we've got some prosciutto di Parma. Let me see if you can see that. Prosciutto di Parma is prosciutto, which is ham. And the pigs that they make this ham from, they feed them only acorns. Their whole lives, they never eat anything but acorns. And that's what makes the meat give it that kind of flavor to it, that kind of color and texture. And let me tell you, prosciutto di Parma is incredible. It melts in your mouth. Look at that stuff. I'm going to lay some of that on there. Oh man, you can't imagine. It's $25 a pound. It's very expensive, but it's wonderful. Well worth it if you ever want an authentic Italian sandwich. Prosciutto di Parma. And then we got some mozzarella. And please don't call it mozzarella. And this is fresh mozzarella, and I have a slice it up. I'm going to have to move my prosciutto, so I'll have a place to slice it. We're going to slice up some of this fresh mozzarella. There's nothing like fresh mozzarella. It's so creamy. I'm going to lay a piece of that on there, another piece of that on there, and some basil on top of that. It looks like that one piece of basil is going to do it for me. So then I'm going to cover that up and get a little bit more olive oil on that bread. Just soak up what's over there. And then we're going to grill this. Let's move the camera over to the griddle. Show you how that goes. It goes the same way as the Cuban. I'm going to lay that on there. Lay that weight on there to give it them marks. Let that sit a minute. Yeah. Oh man. That's a Sammy now. That's a hell of a Sammy. Let's get that grill marks on there, and then we'll flip that baby over. Flip it over. Hit the other side. Ah, yeah. And that's the Italian sandwich. The Italian panini. I'll show you what that looks like. Where's my plate? Right here. Alright, let's move that off of there. There's your panini. Let's cut that in half. Ow, it's hot. Wow, just like it just came off a grill. Woo, that's hot. Alright now, come on. There's your Italian panini with that mozzarella that's all melted. How's that look? Can you see that? Yeah, that's a panini. There you go. You know what we got to do? We got to drink a beer. Because it's hot out here. I ain't lying. It's gone up to 2 degrees. It's 82. So let me go get my Root Boy mug and bring you right back. We'll drink a beer. Okay, so there's the frosty Root Boy mug. And here's today's beer. It's a Shipyard Pumpkinhead. Pumpkinhead. Can you see that? They make a pumpkin head, and I have an apple head. Some that I got for Christmas. I have no idea what's in this or what this is about. Shipyard Brewing Company Pumpkinhead. This comes highly recommended by Bo D. Bo D's Rock and Roll Kitchen. If you're not a subscriber, you should be. So let's find out all about Shipyard Pumpkinhead. And this is beer number 5 this year. Haven't spilled a drop yet. Ooh, look at the head on that. Can you see that? I gotta get a cameraman. That's what I need. I need a cameraman. Anybody want to try out for that position? So let me quaff the froth off of that, because it's really hot out here. I still haven't spilled any. I haven't spilled a drop yet. So stay tuned. Hang on a second. Wow, that's interesting. It's got, tastes like nutmeg or pumpkin spice in it. That's kind of weird. It's kind of good. I didn't expect to like it, but I do, and I'm gonna drink it, all of it. And that's the end of our video for today. It's a short video, and that's good, because you all have short attention spans. And I need a little help. I want you to vote in the comments section. Vote for next week's video. I'm either going to smoke a brisket or I'm going to make bison burgers. You pick. However, whoever votes gets more votes, bison burgers or brisket, that's what I'm going to do. So in the comments say bison or brisket. And we'll see you next week. It'll either be a bison burger or a brisket. And I'm letting the viewers decide. How do you like that? Okay, Root Boy out. See you next week.